Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing another match between ECWelmu and ExcuseMe. So it is another Protoss versus Zerg, and yeah, we've seen plenty of those already. But this is the last one in their round of 4, not in the round of 4, but in their round of 4. So we will have to see what they make of it. It seems that ExcuseMe is the better player of the two, but yeah, you never know. You have to be creative to be a better player, and he was creative in one of the two previous games at least, because this is game 3. So yeah, we see a pylon coming up, and the pylon is coming up over where? Over here, over there. Hang on. Let me switch the colors. There we go. Pink and red. So yeah, the pylon is coming up over here, meaning that he will be trying to take that that fast expansion, but I'm not sure how he can block off this entire stuff. Or do I? No, I don't see this correctly. This is the ramp. Okay. So I thought this was an entire just gap, but that's not true. That is not true. Anyway, the spawning pool is coming up. It still has plenty of time to go, and there is no real hurry anyway, because he's not going to get through this after this force is finished. Because yeah, there's going to be a gateway and a cannon and blah blah, and I don't think that the yeah, they're going to come up before the expansion. No, he's just going to expand straight away. At least he did build the forge first, but yeah, the other buildings don't really have to finish, and that's another pylon. Yeah, the other buildings don't really have to finish; they just have to block the road, and they do that from the moment you spawn them or you warp them in. So the fast expansion coming out from the Zerg as well, after the spawning pool obviously, and he is going to create some queens. First queen is going to, yeah, he builds 2 queens. The first queen is going to inject larvae over here and then run to the natural expansion. There she goes, and then the second one will be up and will actually come up just after these larvae pop. And this queen, or well, this queen will actually be at this base when it has 25 mineral energy again. Although this is a longer walk than we normally see, so yeah, it's not going to be there when it has 25 energy, but still it is there way earlier than when you had to build it over here. Because queens take a pretty long time to create. So Zealot coming out, and that Zealot is either going to scout, or maybe he already, now this is a pink unit, maybe he already has one, but the cybernetics core is going to be put all the way in the back, which means that something will have to fit in here. Maybe another pylon? I don't know how big this gap is. I have very poor vision on that. I just don't know. Anyhow, the next expansion already coming up for our Zerg player here, and that is pretty fast. He is going in full-on macro mode, it seems, instead of going for a little bit more of a defensive build. Zerglings coming out to defend against a push if that comes, and it seems that the Protoss player is perfectly happy just letting that big gap here sitting there, and yeah, not really defending that at all. So 2 zealots coming up, and the Zergling is going to run away. He doesn't want to lose that Zergling. He already has a very low army. The Roach Warren coming up, and the Roach Warren is going to take a long time to build still. Another 30 seconds, and let's see if he can actually get out the roaches before losing too much. The Zerglings coming in to snipe these zealots, and that is actually surprisingly effective. He lost, I think, 2 drones? 1 drone even. Huh, that's pretty good. So, oh, these Zerglings are going to eat up this Stalker. Because, well, Zerglings are really good against Stalkers. Stalkers just don't have the ability to kill them quickly enough. And he did retreat 2 of his Zerglings to be scouts, I guess. One of them is going over there. One of them is going over here somewhere. Just to scout when the army is coming in. Oh, the Stalker is actually going to make it out. And that is a big deal. And it's not even getting hit. It has the same movement speed, it seems, as the Zerglings. But yeah, with speed on its way, it's a shame that he got it this early. But yeah, well. Oh, it made a mistake. But yeah, it's going to be fine. Yep. Taking a little bit of shield damage, but shield damage doesn't matter. So a few gateways coming up, or no, already down. We have 1, 2, 3. And these are not gateways. 4, 5. 5 total. For now, robotics facility coming up. And an extra pylon. We can of course see normally how many gateways he has by the amount of units he warps in at the same time. Because normally units get warped in at the same time. So yeah, the sentries coming up here, and sentries are going to be able to block off this wall. He has plenty of them to block off this this ramp, not wall. And the Zerg is just building up an army. Not really interesting, but it is the way it is, and we can't really change that. Roaches, 6 roaches, 11 Zerglings versus 3 Stalkers. But yeah, 7 sentries is really hard to get past. Of course, if he messes up, then and he loses all of the energy on that, then the Zerg can still pretty easily take this match. Yeah, it seems that he's not building any roaches for the moment. Infestors are coming up, Spire is coming up, and the Spire takes a long time to build. Oh, I want to have this one. Yeah, still mainly Zerglings, a few roaches. And let's see, can he actually get in here? No, this is completely blocked off. And it does have a cannon behind it. This one also has a cannon behind it. Plus it has a ton of these sentries. And yeah, good defense here by the Protoss player. It's really a defensive strategy, and he does have 3 bases mining here. This is a really good match for map for playing this kind of a strategy. And 4 more gateways coming up. 5 more gateways coming up, in fact. And there's going to be 5 more warp gates then. So yeah, the Zerglings are going to try to scout some, well, where the units are. They're going to catch this one Zealot if they're lucky, but no, the Zealot runs the complete other direction and they can't really find it. So yeah, big army here. A couple of infestors, a couple of roaches, but mainly Zerglings, and a couple of infestors added to that. And the infestors are going to be really good against well, the main bulk of this army. If you can land some fungal growth, most of the units will just melt after that, and especially if you have banelings with that. But of course banelings aren't very good against Protoss units because the Stalkers are armored, so they don't take as much damage from it. And yeah, you don't build a, I don't know, no, these are light, so they would be good against the sentries, but also the banelings would get nuked down pretty easily by these Colossi. And wow, coming in here and just wiping out, or trying to wipe out the army. There are plenty of these creep tumors available. Wow, so many units warping in. So yeah, Brute Lords coming up here, and Brute Lords are not going to be very good against these Stalkers with Blink. And I think that's a mistake. And he is not going to be able to do anything to prevent his base from going down. He does have a large army coming in now. And there goes the army. The fungal growth going down over all of these units. And they're not going to be able to blink away. They're going to take massive amounts of damage. And yeah, this entire army is pretty weak. Oh, the hallucination, that is actually good. Although his Colossi didn't really get focused there at all. The Brute Lords coming in now, and yeah, if he can hover over this part, it should be pretty good. But should still do some damage, I mean. As I said, against the Blink Stalkers not as good, and you just saw why. Because the Blink Stalkers are going to just blink in and get a whole lot of damage done on them before they can move out of range or kill them. And the entire army melts here for the Protoss player. Wow, that was pretty effective. That was definitely not due to the Brute Lords, that was due to the Infestors. The fungal growth is really strong against clumped up units, and I don't know, he has anything. He has 2 Zealots and 6 Stalkers against 72 Zerglings and the rest of this army. So no, he doesn't really have anything. And if this entire army just moves in, then he should be able to take this game right now. And he is going to just stream everything in. It's not going to be one clump of units which you normally would prefer, but it is going to be good. And it is going to cancel this entire base. There we go, the Brute Lords coming in to also do some damage. Brute Lords, of course, are very good against buildings, because they don't get attacked by buildings. But yeah, everything, all of the Stalkers are really, really good against that. And yeah, he's going to just snipe these Brute Lords, but it's not going to be good enough. So yeah, too many units lost in that one fight. Even though he was winning that fight, he got caught off guard by the amount of fungal growths on his units, I guess. And that made him lose his entire army and thereby the game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!